New England Patriots took a victory lap around Boston yesterday in the snow, greeting thousands of devoted fans during a grand parade. But the Monday morning quarterbacking continues, as NBC's Matt Lauer interviewed Seattle head coach Pete Carroll exclusively on Today about that questionable call that ended the game.
Taking out the fact that it ended badly for you, you still feel you made exactly the right call?
Well, no, this is the way I look at it. I made the call that comes out of the process of the preparation and the practice. I think that we're going to do exactly the right thing, or we won't call the play. We won't go with the concept. We won't ask our guys to execute it, so that I never make a call thinking it's going to go bad.
So this was properly planned. It just didn't turn out well.
And we knew we were going to throw the ball one time in the sequence somewhere, and so we did, and it just didn't turn out right.
I guess it didn't. Let's take a deeper dive here now with a breakdown of that call. Is Steve Kornacki, host of Up on MSNBC. Steve, thanks very much. First of all, take us through this. You've got Marshawn Lynch. She's running from the one. Why not hand the ball to Marshawn Lynch on second,
Yeah, well, let me put my cards on the table first.
Please.
I'm a Patriots fan. I'm thrilled with the outcome. I'd love to blame Pete Carroll, but we took a close look at the numbers on this, and I got to say, I think Pete Carroll has a point, and we're going to show you why. So you start by talking about the running game, just to remind you what the setup was here. This is Lockett. This is the receiver who runs the slant. This is Butler, the Patriots player who comes in and makes the game-winning interception. And of course, everybody says, well, look, you got Marshawn Lynch, one of the best running backs in all of football. Why didn't you just hand it off to him? Can't he get 1 yard? It seems very logical, but take a look at this. When you actually look at what happened during the course of the season, Marshawn Lynch, the running back for the Seattle Seahawks, had 5 carries from the other team's 1 yard line all season. So 5 times he was in that exact same situation, and they did what everybody's saying Pete Carroll should have done. They gave Marshawn Lynch the ball. And what happened in those 5 times? 1 touchdown. The other plays, 2 1-yard losses and 2 carries for no gain. So in that exact same spot, in the course of the season, you had a 20% success rate. So it's not necessarily a sure thing.
Yeah, but it was second down. They still had 2 other chances. That said, what about the slant pass that they did throw and the odds of that working?
That's the other thing. If you look at the numbers on that, and we can cycle over and take a look at that. From the 1 yard line this season, in the entire NFL, there were 108 passes that were thrown from the 1 yard line. 108 pass plays before that play on Sunday night. And of those 108 passes, 0 were interceptions. So if you're the Seattle Seahawks and you're looking at this, and as you say, they're going to get a couple chances here. They have a timeout here. If you're going to hand it off to Marshawn Lynch every time, the defense is going to be ready for that on every single play. They can stack everybody into the box. If you throw one time there, you have a pretty good success rate here, and you can still run the next down.
And in terms of the red zone play, you as a Patriots fan, I believe, actually think that Belichick made a worse decision in that final moment.
I think he did. I was screaming at the TV literally until the second that the interception happened, because here's what happened. The play before the interception, Marshawn Lynch had carried it for about 4 yards from the 5 yard line to just inside the 1 yard line. That set up the critical play. Here was the key. There's a minute and 2 on the clock right there, and the Patriots had 2 timeouts. And I'm screaming, and every Patriot fan in the country is screaming to Belichick, take the timeout, because the chances are overwhelming at this point the Seahawks are going to get in the end zone. If they do, it's going to put them up 31-28. So if you're the Patriots, what you need then is time. You need 45 seconds, 50 seconds, whatever you can get to come down the other side of the field, get in field goal range, get down to the 35-yard line. That's where the percentages were if you're the Patriots there. Instead, Belichick let it go down and down and ended up needing that 1 in 100,000 interception. It reminds me of the old line from Bobby Cox, don't confuse favorable outcomes with good decisions.